Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Motorsport for some racing. In this one, we are racing A-class cars. However, they must weigh over 4,000 pounds, which is about 1,800 kilos, just a little bit more than that. This is quite heavy for what we would usually race in Forza. Now, normally we've done this before in the past. We've done it on Horizon games, we've done it on motorsport games as well, and normally a bunch of SUVs and a few odds and ends turn up, but of course we haven't got them on this one. So, hey, hello Twitchy car. So yeah, instead what we've got is a lot of weirdly overweight cars. I have an Alfa Romeo with some broken options on it because a new car came to the game and it doesn't quite work properly. Yeah, you can pull the rear bumper off and the bonnet off. I don't know, it's silly. But I do very much like the Giulia, so, you know, we are going racing with this. First race is in the just atrocious conditions at the Nürburgring GP circuit, which I don't really... no one's going to be really enjoying. I've almost slid my car off the circuit, which is not what we want. Ninetales has turned up with a Mustang. The Alfa, I mean, it's pretty... It starts off mid-ish A-class. Don't have the most PI to play with. I'm very sorry, Ninetales. We were on the... Don't know if Ninetales was making that corner anyway, regardless of the fact that I was very sort of struggling to pull the car up. And I just don't know where to brake in these. I don't know where to brake in these conditions with this car. Until the tyres warm up, we're a bit oversteery at the moment. Of course, everybody here is going to have considerably more power than they are probably used to. I mean, I've got 500 and something, and that's one of the less powerful cars in this. It's a good chunk of power. There's a lot of 600-700 horsepower monsters, but they weigh so much. They are difficult to get through the corners. They are very difficult to stop. The Corvette slid wide there and clonked the gravel. We will take an opportunity to get past. Oh god, it's a bit dicey though. It's a bit dicey. We're going to brake a smidge early because I just don't know where to brake down here. There's a Porsche missing the chicane. Oh. I mean, I tried to stay on the chicane. How have we found Hordes and Gliska again? Every race, we are just guaranteed to find them at some point. We are on the outside of Gliska around the final corner. We have got the grip to hold that. In fact, I think Hordes is going to follow me through. We've got a Corvette. I think that's a Corvette in front of us. We'll see if we can go chasing off after it. I have no idea where to brake into the first corner. I feel probably about here might be a good idea. The Alfa has got some pretty decent brakes. From when I was testing at the Lincoln Co. I say that we have got stock, but we have gone a little bit wide. Ollie has turned up with a Civic. That is a rear-wheel drive Civic, I should say. I did check that it wasn't front-wheel drive because that would be madness at this amount of weight. Ooh, come on now, Alfa Romeo. Get turned. Please get turned. That Civic kind of goes to show just how heavy modern cars are in some ways. That, admittedly, probably ballasted and everything, but still, the fact that that can get up to the 4,000 pound weight mark is quite impressive. Stevie is leading the way. Stevie is actually driving an Alfa Romeo as well. Slightly different built to mine. God, the visibility just gets absolutely shocking down this part of the circuit. The Corvettes are all scrambling around with the Porsche. No way through at the moment. We've got a good exit here, but I'm not really looking for a pass. Do we have more speed from the Corvettes in a straight line? Maybe. Difficult to tell, really. Whoa! We got a bit of a whack. Whoa, I don't think it was an intentional move. I think again, it's just everyone is struggling trying to figure out where they can and where they can't brake. And I was busy focusing on the exit for that corner. In fact, Gliska may have been battling with Ollie. Didn't see. Through that, we come up over the hill and we are back to catching the now squabbling Corvettes. That will help me out massively. Can we be cheeky? Really wanted to go around the outside and slot myself into the gap, but it didn't quite work out how I wanted. For me, we are clear of the Gliska Ollie fight. Now, we've got a great run down here. Going to have absolutely nowhere to put an Alfa Romeo. We might be able to get it alongside Corvette, but can we outbrake into the chicane? Well, in the end, we can't outbrake as such, but they outbraked themselves. So we are through, we are past, and we are continuing to chase down Hordes' vehicle. And I think we are slightly faster in a straight line. And I've got max aero on this car. It was just doing everything to try and get some sort of handling out of this vehicle. I think the Corvette launches off the corner a little bit better than we do. but we are a little bit faster top end. We're all really struggling. The Porsche's gone wide, Corvette's gone wide, we've gone wide, but slightly less wide than them. First gear's not quite as long as I thought it was. I don't know why I thought first was... I didn't even realise it was in first, to be honest. I thought I was in second. Didn't quite realise we were at the rev limit. We are both on the absolute limit through there. There's a little bit of contact. Trying to minimise... I wanted to get underneath that. The Porsche's gone wide, and the Porsche's in a spot of bother here. It's all out of shape. That's Aaron with the Porsche. Who has got better acceleration? God, the Porsche's got off that corner incredibly well. Corvette struggles. Corvette is struggling a little bit in a straight line. We are trying to look for a way past here. Walt has managed to sort of jump in front of... I need to clear the Porsche. If I don't, the Corvette is going to get away here. Although the Porsche may just go breezing up the inside into the hairpin. That's got some real straight line speed. We are going to be a little careful on the brakes. I'm expecting the Porsche to overrun that corner, and it did. It was kind of worth a go. I agree in the way the Porsche had to try it there, otherwise I think it was done for. But it was just asking that little bit too much of that car. It was never quite going to hold on to the circuit, and there we go. Right, over the hill we go. We are sort of clear of the traffic now. It can be a straight up battle between me and the Corvette. I do think we're better under braking in places. I'm not sure I'm driving the Alfa Romeo to its full potential at the moment. This is just as far away from the sort of car I like to build as you can get, really. This is not my style of vehicle at all. In fact, while these regulations are fun and it's forced some different builds, these are not my sort of cars at all. I really don't like them. We were all manners of... We're almost crossed up going through that section, but we have made it work. Oh, no, I've not got that turning point right. Whey, and I put a rear wheel on the dirt. I'm kind of guessworking the turning. Basically, I figure there's going to be a load of understeer, so I'm turning in early to try and almost counteract the level of understeer I'm going to get, but I'm turning a bit too aggressively there. Corvette's had a good lap, has pulled away a little bit from us. We can reel it in down the straight, but it's not going to be enough. Right, go on the brake. Oh, nope, going to end up hitting the back of the Corvette. I'm sorry. I thought I was braking about the same. I thought I was braking earlier than I had been, to be honest with you. I don't quite know how I managed to do that one, unless maybe we got more speed out of the final corner, or maybe I just misremembered where I was braking. It's possible either way. I could have sworn that was earlier on the brakes that I had, because I'd seen everything going wide in the last few, so I was trying to be careful, but did not quite work. Never mind, we've got a couple of laps to go. We are going to slide our way out of that corner. We've got the Civic. I'm more worried about the Honda behind, to be honest. I think we're more likely to come under pressure from the cars behind than we are to catch the car in front at the moment. I don't know if I've quite got the pace. Some places we are quite quick. If I get things right, we are quite quick, but these things are so boaty that it is really difficult. I mean, you might want a boat for these weather conditions. As I said, these are about as bad a weather as you can get. Horse is a little bit wide through there. Come on, Alfa. Although, that's not actually the worst line. You can kind of swing it and get a half-decent exit out there. Dare I be brave? Well, I mean, I say dare I be brave. I want to be brave in places. There's not really the grip to be all that brave through some of these corners. We were catching a couple of the cars further up. Not catching them very quickly, mind you. The Lincoln Co. I mean, has kind of, I think, just about remained at about the status quo in front of us. Easy does it through there, but we are just losing a little bit of ground to the Corvette. Yeah, we'll gain a smidge down these straights, but I don't think it's quite going to be enough. We've got Ollie, and I think that's Brazen behind, which is never the two cars you want to see chasing you down in the closing stages. That was more like it. I mean, well, we were very aggressive across the curve. We kind of have to be if we're going to get anything out of the Alfa Romeo. Come on. Get on that power. Horde slides. We don't slide too much that time around. It's very evenly matched cars, these two. As is, I suspect, Ollie's, as I suspect is Brazen's. All very much of a muchness. Right, we're braking earlier. Much earlier this time around. We are good under brakes into turn one. Judging by the proximity arrow, I'm going to hazard a guess Ollie's had a little moment. Yep. Ollie has had a little moment. Quite the adventure, in fact. for Ollie's Honda. See, we're good under brakes in turn 1, but the Corvette is just better through here, and I put a wheel on the AstroTurf, and we are not turning now. Yeah, can't afford to do that. We're going to slide it a bit. Too impatient, I think, with the throttle through there. Back end just got away from me, and it was kind of a hope for just boot it and hope for the best, and it didn't really work. I just can't. I am overdriving in a couple of places where we just cannot carry the speed. We're definitely going to be more worried about that BMW than we are about the car ahead, unless there is a mistake for that Corvette, which, I mean, it's possible in these conditions at this track. Mistakes are easy to make, but there hasn't been any so far. We ran maybe a small bit deep through there. We're not actually that far off in terms of lap time. I think we've just got faster cars around us. Oh god, don't sit up on the AstroTurf. Car is not a particular fan of that one. Handful of corners to go. I mean, we're catching, I don't know what the car is ahead. I don't know what the car in 5th is. Can't quite figure out. Well, there is a Brazen right behind us. Will Brazen be close enough? Will Brazen be able to have a go? We've not had a very good final lap here. It's been scruffy in places. Brazen going to be able to have a go into the chicane. Oh, we are a little bit wide. It's going to put Brazen on the outside, which is not ideal for them. We will cover the inside heading into the final corner. Brazen can go the long way round. Will Brazen be able to get the drive out of this corner? It's going to be a drag race between me and the BMW here. It's going to go the way of the Alfa Romeo, I think. Just about. Brazen's turn to push us to the wall, but we do it. Oh, but yeah, only just. I mean, we weren't that bad in terms of pace. We were there or thereabouts, just not quite good enough. I think a little bit inconsistency from me is what let us down. Stevie would take victory with an Alfa Romeo. We were within 2/10 of the lap time. Shadow would get second with a Viper. Car Guy's Corvette is up in 3rd ahead of the Link. It was a DBS and Aston Martin in 5th. I did see it fall off the track at the end there, but it was far enough away. Oh, bloody hell. Mad race. Good fun. Tough. That was really, really hard work. But I will take it. Yeah, as I said, considering not my sort of car, could have gone off worse. We head to Laguna for our next race. Conditions are damp, I think is the best way to sum it up. We got a little bit squirrely off the line there. But, yeah, conditions are damp. However, it's dry enough for us to be running slick tyres. You could opt to run, basically, slick tyres are a little faster. I think wets are perhaps a little bit more consistent. But you will get away with the slicks here. Don't need any help, though. There's a big old dust cloud going on from a Supra up ahead. There is a BMW getting all sorts of sideways. Stevie's on the grass a little bit. We can send our Alfa to the inside and hopefully make up a position. At some point I'm going to remember to turn names over players back on again. I might for the next race. I might not. Who knows? The Mustang. So my brakes are pretty solid, and I do occasionally get caught out by other cars. Braking a little bit earlier than I was intending on. We are about to go. Please don't go 3 wide. I'm very glad we didn't. I mean, we left the Mustang loads of space. We squeezed it a little bit on the run up the hill. It was on the borderline of what was okay. We left it a lot of space there, but it slid off the track on its own. Supra struggled to stop down there. We are going to try and get past on the exit. We'll get 2 cars on the exit of the corkscrew because we just got it lined it up nicely. Got on the power well. We move up to 7th here. That will do, quite nicely for us, although a big kick of oversteer almost spat us off the track. Come on, Alfa Romeo, settle down. As much as this car... So Brazen helped me a little bit with the tuning on this one, just to get it a little bit better, because I really struggled building these for these regulations. As I said, this really don't suit me. I struggled to get it working, and it does handle better. It's a bit iffy on the curves. It's quite stiff, and it does have some sketchy moments. when it comes to bouncing around over the curbs. Oh, I don't know what the Nissan's doing. I don't know where that's going to appear. I think it might have disconnected. Gonna guess that's Rusky, who has been having internet issues, and I'm going to say those issues may well have continued. Oh, not quite alongside Danger Man there. We're looking for a way past. I've got to get a move on because the BMW, now its tyres are up to temperature, is going. Jesus, the BMW's got some speed. It's off. Now, we should be better under brakes than the Beamer, and we are. That'll be 5th place back for us. Liam is leading the way. I think they're in an Aston Martin. And Pegga's got a Ford with a lot of speed in a straight line as well. We can hit that inside. I don't think it's going to match. I think Pegga's Ford is just going to outrun us up this next hill. Here comes that Falcon. Interesting choice. I wasn't expecting a Falcon to be used or any good. Oh, well, I struggled to stop it in time. I think that's... we kind of pushed Pegga a little bit into that one, to be fair. We were really struggling to pull it up in time. BMW was really struggling around some of these corners. So the BMW's got all the straight line speed in the world, but not the grip to go with it. A little bit like the Falcon, to be fair. They've got a lot of speed. This might be a foolish dive. We are going to get the car past. We've been a little bit cheeky. Absolutely fair enough manoeuvre. We got it stopped, we got it turned, we just blocked where Pegga wanted to put the car. Which, you know, is fine. We are going to have to play this one. Here's going to be a really slight bit of a lock up at the front. We have got the grip to bring the fight to Pegga through this section. We just cannot compete with the straight line speed. Back of the car wants to move about. I mean, we're still stuck trying to go the long way around here. It's going to be another corner where we're on the outside of the Ford, and there is an Alfa Romeo's width there and no more. Here comes that Beamer once again with all its straight line speed. Oh, we sent it a little bit hard through there. that was a little bit hard. I wasn't really even going for an overtake as such there. We just had a lot of speed at the right point. Chris is building sandcastles. I'm about to join him over there with a bit of a twitch. We are on the wrong side for the corkscrew. It's going to be 3 wide. No, I think the BMW backed out of that one, realising it was about to go horribly wrong. All that curb there's done us. Whoa. Yeah, we hit the really big sausage curb and it screwed us through there. Carver did a very good job of not turning us, because that was a really difficult one. You've just got to kind of get out of the throttle at that point. But there we go. Right, it's going to sort of settle down. Yeah, I thought we could kind of cut underneath in Pegga's car into the corkscrew, but we cut a little bit too much underneath it, and that got us into trouble. Right. We are against a fellow Alfa Romeo. So, me versus Stevie. Stevie's got no aero, so I guess Stevie's will be a bit faster in a straight line than mine. We should be a bit better in the corners. Indeed, Stevie's gone quite deep into turn 1. Don't tell me we're going to have to once again find ourselves going around the outside of 2 more corners. I don't really want to have to do that, but I guess that is the way it's going to have to be. We're a little bit deep through there. Now we've got speed slaps turned up with the Mustang. We are again around the outside. Oh, I'm really fed up of being stuck on the outside of everything. Oh no, I'm not going to stop here. Didn't want to go. We're not even intending for a dive on Stevie there. That was just missed my braking point. I keep forgetting that we're in really heavy. I'm so used to certain sort of braking points for A-class cars, and we go into these and it's just not quite there. Thankfully, we've all come out the other side and it's okay. We didn't murder Stevie. We didn't cost Stevie really any positions in that one. We are battling away with Mustang. Don't hit the curbs down there. I will go for that, because if you can kind of dive on the exit there, because I've got the grip, you can get a great slingshot off of the corkscrew. Oh god, it's just putting wheels on the dirt is causing grief in places here. Head towards the final corner once again. We go. Now, if I could just have a calm lap. A calm lap is really what I need. I could do with a calm lap just to try and learn the car. Just get a feel for the track. We've been so frantically battling everything. Well, that Mustang's got absolutely no straight line speed, but it has got lots of grip. I guess it's got very big tyres or something. It makes sense. Oh, Mustang hit the curb. I was trying to duck underneath Mustang ran wide because it bounced off the curb, and Horde's got into the back of us. The Mustang's kind of lifted out of that one a bit. Come on, Alfa. We're not going to go around the outside of the Camaro through that one. I think just be a little bit patient if we can. You can see the mid-corner speed we've got is great. We've got a good run this time on the Camaro. Can we fire it up the inside? We can get alongside here. It's going to be difficult to make this work on the exit. I think the Camaro's got a little bit more speed than we do. No, it's pretty evenly matched here as we head up to the top of the course. We will get the move completed. Oh no, we just sit over the curb slightly, and back comes the Camaro towards the corkscrew. Don't really want to be going side by side up here. I do want to try the almost straight line the bottom to get that good run off the corner, which we did. Not good enough. We find ourselves still stuck behind that Camaro. I've made a mistake through there. That's not ideal. We've got the Mustang all over the back of us once again. Oh, it was a slightly calmer lap, to be honest. Not much, but slightly. Here we go. Liam continues to lead the way. 2 more laps to go for us here. We'll pull away from the Ford now. Yeah, a little bit calmer a lap. It's still kind of manic. I'm still not really sure what I can and can't get away with in this car. It's still a bit of a learning experience. We are quite good. The thing is, we are quite good under brakes, which makes it difficult to try and judge sometimes. Oh, Stevie with a wheel in the dirt did not want to do that. I very nearly followed. Someone else kicking up a lot of dirt is that Chris, I think, having problems with the big Cadillac. We are going to not... I was worried we were going to bounce the curbs. Oh, come on, Alfa, stay planted. Stay a little bit more planted, please. Now, if Stevie and Shadow fight, that would be very helpful for us. That's probably the best chance we have of getting the pair of them, is if they get in a big tangle. Or like that, for example. I'm being a bit nervous with this car. I've not quite got the confidence in it around here. Oh, we launched it into the corkscrew. Yeah, I mean, we were a little too late on the brakes. We didn't lose too much time. We did at least still stop it. Stevie's playing it very risky through there. Problem is, Speed Slap's having the issue that I normally have, where you've got all the grip in the world, get stuck in the corners, and then can't do anything because you come to a straight and we all pull away. It's a frustrating problem to find yourself with. You just can't do it. And that is what is going on for the Mustang at the moment. It just cannot get itself past me, for example, because we just run away down every straight. We're trying to be neat and tidy through this first corner. Stevie is battling with Shadow Shifter through there. Still, the Alfa Romeo leads the way. It shows both the Alfas are pretty evenly matched in this. They're slightly differently built. There's only so much you can do differently with them. There isn't a great, with a limited PI, there's not a huge amount you could do. You might get an engine, I don't know what the engine slots were, never looked at it, never even considered it as an option particularly here. Oh, come on. Oh, it's just, we're on the edge of grip everywhere in this car. It's quite quick, but it's dicey like that. We've got a good run here. Again, we're pulling clear of the Mustang as we run up to the corkscrew. Now, oh, the Camaro got it crossed up. We will try. It's all very much of a muchness here. We tried slightly different lines, just anything that might give us an advantage, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, unless there is a mistake through these final couple of corners from anyone. Possibly me. I kind of backed it up a bit through there because I was struggling to get it turned. We will send Speed Slap the long way round. The Cadillac's going to hold on to the place, although I think all of us behind are a little bit quicker. We were slowly catching it. It's not been the best. Right at the end of that final lap, we just couldn't keep pace. We hold off the Mustang, though. It's a ninth. It was a busy race, that one. I mean, it's a good thing when it's a busy race. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a little bit more speed in that car if I could figure out how to drive it a little bit better. I don't think we were into the 33s. I mean, certainly not Liam's pace. We can ignore that. Probably Impega's Falcon as well is a bit too quick. I think a low 44 might have been possible if I could have kind of got my act together with that car quicker. But yeah, it was a fun race, good battling. Yeah, ended up 9th, but we had a hell of a time. We sort of tried to cling on, a couple of silly errors, but yeah, there we go. Entertaining racing. And my game has crashed. Brilliant. We head to Spa for our final race. I am on the wrong tyres. I've just... Oh, we don't have enough fuel either. Oh, damn it. The game... I always forget when the game crashes. There's a chance I might be able to make the fuel stretch. Well, I don't think it's a particularly good chance on this one, unfortunately. We'll do what we can. It might be a coast at the end. I'm not going to go side by side through Eau Rouge on the first lap. That is for sure here. We're going to play it safe because there's a lot of cars down there. So let's not do anything stupid, really. Here comes Impega with that Falcon. It's so much faster in a straight line than my vehicle. That can go blasting off into the distance. Yeah, what can we do? Whoa, Ruskies has obliterated. Ruskies obliterated my frame rate at that point. Oh, we'll try and straighten up the Supra. Sorry, but yeah, Ruskies internet not having a good day in this one. Now we are. I mean, we're mid. Oh god, we're mid-pack-ish, but that's really not helped. Well, there's a lot of understeer there, but yeah, we're on completely the wrong tyres for this. Well, we're just not going to get turned. Now, the question is... So, I would suffer through the... I just don't think we're going to be able to do the fuel. I'd suffer through the tyres, that's fine. But it's irrelevant if the fuel is going to... not be there anyway. Come on, Alfa. Please get turned through here. I don't know why when it crashes and I rejoin, does it decide? I can understand it putting it on, you know, medium tyres as a default. Well, that's one thing. Why it's defaulted itself when I've joined a lobby... Oh, I don't know. I don't know why. I think I know why. It's because we have to do a one-lap test race to try and sync cars in, and if it crashes at the end of the one-lap test race, I think I joined the lobby before the person that became host had set the thing to the full laps, and I just forgot. Typical, I checked every other race today, and this one is the one that I didn't. What are we on fuel-wise? 19%. We'll try and push Grumples forward a little bit here. We'll go around the outside, maybe. I mean, if we can get Slipstream... there's, you know, half a chance that we can do it. Right, so we crossed the line on 18%. Well, okay, there, we crossed the line on 18%. We've got 3 laps to go. Guess we will see what we finish on. Oh, there's some ghostly stuff. There's some shenanigans behind. It's going to be really straight. We're going to have to do a bloody economy drive here. Unfortunately, I mean, it means that there's no chance of any real comebacks. We've got a big wobble going up there. Nope, not going to work. Speed Beast has got more straight line speed. Vante's got more straight line speed. Absol will have it as well. It reckons 1 lap of fuel. I reckon we've got more than that. Although I didn't really check to see how much. I'm just kind of sat here going, I'm fine as long as I've got a car to follow that can make a hole in the air. That will be my best bet. We're at 15% fuel. If we're going to have to save an astronomical amount of fuel, and I don't know whether it's an astronomical amount that's even remotely doable. I don't do fuel saving in this game. I don't do fuel saving in any game. I'm not a conserve driver. We know maximum attack and maximum attack only. We're going to go for some short shifting, bit of lift and coast maybe into some of these corners. We're just going to have to try and go in higher gears if we can. What are we looking at? 14%. We're not going to be able to do it because we're going to be about a lap short. Because we're on 18%, and we're going to use about 10% a lap. And we're, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether we're going to be able to save enough. I mean, we're definitely going to have to short shift a lot here. Can we possibly make it? I mean, if we keep it, let's say we keep it below 6,000, it's painful because we're just killing all of the speed in our car. Come here, Vante, I want some slipstream. I want a lot of slipstream. Whoa, what was that? I don't even know what I hit there. That's not helping. That's not helping matters. I mean, we've got 1 lap of fuel and 2 laps to go. How much can we conserve? I mean, we've got it down to 8% fuel that last lap. We're gonna have to really save now. At this point, I don't think 5,000, 6,000 RPM is gonna be enough. We are just gonna have to go crazy on the set. I mean, if we'd pitted, we would have been at the back and be trundling around on our own. I don't even think this level of fuel save is going to help us. Just really short shifting. I think it's going to be enough. I think it's going to do enough to help us here. Because, well, we need to. Yeah, no, we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it with this level of throttle. We're gonna. I don't even know. We're basically just gonna have to lift and coast a lot of the lap here. There's no way we make it to the finish line. It's kind of a damned whichever way we go here. I tried to stay out, but we will run out of fuel. We'll certainly run out of fuel if we try and keep pace with anything. It's 9%. We need about that for a lap, and I've got to try and somehow get that to work. We're just going to roll it through these corners. I mean, we can hold the clutch in and coast for a while. It's become a very different challenge all of a sudden. Unfortunately, I guess we'd have to have done this from the start, essentially, if there's going to be any chance of making it here. We will coast downhill, let gravity do some work. Everything is pulling away. If we somehow make it to the finish line, it'll be a miracle. Why I'm going down gears. We are going to just sip Alfa Romeo, sip very little bits of fuel here. There's no other way. It's become a very silly video. It's either pit and drive, as I said, you pit and drive around on your own, or you do this. And we're going for this. Oh, the Mustang's gone wide. I should barely be near the throttle, to be honest with you. We're down to 7.6. Okay, we might do this. We've lost all of our speed. That's not even close to full throttle on my trigger. I tell you what, the triggers on this controller are terrible. What is that saying? It's full throttle, and I've still got a good 25% movement. No wonder I struggle with throttle control on this controller, if that's how it works. What have we got? Fuel, 6.7%. We're now battling a Supra, and I am on absolutely massive fuel conservation to try and get it to the end. Can we do this? There's pit. I know I'm not pitting. I'm not pitting game. We refuse. Right, 6%. We might actually be able to do that. It's got to be huge fuel saving. I reckon we need about 10 or 11% for a good lap, at least. So we are having to go absolutely ridiculous on the fuel saving. It's just unable to use any throttle and coast. I mean, thankfully, well, once we've got up this hill, once we've got up Eau Rouge, got over Radillon, and down the straight, we can. You know what? Don't care. We're kind of out of this one. If we can get some slipstream here, that would do nicely. I know we're burning some fuel, but we can coast a lot of the rest of the lap. Once we start going downhill, we can coast. Right, coast into the chicane we go. No, don't want second. What am I doing? Don't want second gear. We're just going to leave it in fourth. I think fourth is a good gear. Don't spin the wheels, you moron. Don't go near full throttle. Christ, you idiot. What are we at? 4%. 4% fuel. Coast into the corner. Coast and coast and coast around here. Oh, there's a lot of understeer going on. Come on, Alfa Romeo. Sit. I mean, the good news is, I think, well, Impega's going to win it. We're going to probably get timed out. So it might not matter. We're going to get DNF'd. I think, wait, so no, it's a minute and a half. And no, Impega's only 30 seconds ahead. We're not going to get timed out. We're at 3.5%. Not on power at all down here. Gravity, beautiful thing. Keep us going. Fifth gear will have to do. Come on. We're at 3% fuel. I think we might make it. We cannot use any of the out... I mean, do we charge at the end to try and beat the Supra, thinking I've conserved enough through this part of the lap? I reckon we might be able to do it. It's going to be so cut... Oh, it's going to be so close. If we go for it now, I think we've saved enough. Okay, Alfa Romeo. You got 2% fuel. I'm gambling. I maybe should have shifted up a little bit sooner, to be honest. Maybe we gamble. We might have left it too late to charge here. If there is any hope... Oh, God, there's so much understanding. I've been so concentrated on my weird driving to save fuel, I've completely forgotten about how to drive the car properly here. We have charged, but I think it's a little too late unless we get a brilliant run out of the final corner. We are going to cross the line on pretty much zero fuel. We made it to the finish, but that is what we had to do. Well, it's gone weird. It's been a very silly end to that one. That was all I could do. We were out of fuel. There was nothing else we could have done there. Would have been interesting to see what the Alfa Romeo could have done, but the issues went on, accidents were made, but we figured out a way to save enough fuel to finish. But yeah, Impega took victory. Well, I'm not surprised. That Falcon looked monstrously quick. Not at all surprised. Ollie got second. Good showing with the rear-wheel drive Civic in all of that one. Yeah, we didn't really get to take part. We made our own little challenge in that. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. If you would like to take part in the next one of these, you can sign up via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the versus the community section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.